set it off. Wait, no, that's not.
What up, y'all?
What is that song? It goes with by Sierra. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Something, 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 something.
Yummy.
Something yummy.
Something, something. You know the song is so yummy. Something y'all all up in our tummy. Her tummy, your tummy, something.
Hey y'all, it's Tasha here.
Hey, what it do?
And we are
Finding freedom. We back.
It's been a while, but we're back.
We back.
We've been sick, y'all.
Huh.
Thanks to Lauren, Boo, Werner.
Thanks to Finding Freedom, baby. We have been sick for what, 2 weeks or more? About 2 weeks.
We're recovering. No COVID, but we were down and out, y'all.
Yeah, we're still recovering, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All this mucus and whatnot. Don't
All
be
this
surprised
daggone
if you
mucus.
like,
Don't make no daggone sense.
It don't.
So yeah, we got these shirts.
Okay.
We got these shirts. This cute little shirt. Shout out to Wally Marts.
Wally World.
It says self-care, and then it says
Read
club.
mine.
It says self-care club. Take time for yourself today, tomorrow, and every day. Okay?
Walmart sponsor us. Come sponsor our podcast. Yes. We are very, very, very big on self-care. So we saw these and was like, oh, we gotta get these shirts. Yes. So.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. So we have a wonderful topic that we want to talk about today.
But first.
What?
How you doing?
I'm good.
I gotta check in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
It's been a long week, but yeah, I'm learning and growing and all of that. Yeah, pretty good.
Feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm feeling good too.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm growing and learning and all that stuff you just said. No, but seriously, it's been a trying couple of weeks for me. So I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of detail, but just know that the sister has been sick and I got hurt. We ain't gonna go into all that.
Not today.
No.
Another episode.
Yeah. But it's a lot that I can learn and we can talk about from these things. But anyway, yes, that's how I've been. So yeah, what we finna talk about today, girl?
We finna talk about love.
What does that say?
Love, Love. Yes, guys. So we're talking about love, specifically Love on the Spectrum, which is this awesome Netflix show about these individuals who are trying to find love who are on the autism spectrum. And it varies from those with mild, symptoms of autism and those with more
Acute.
Yeah.
Or severe.
More severe. Yeah. I don't want to say severe, but we're still learning, the terminology. But yeah.
Yes, and it also talked about people who are neurotypical, such as ourselves.
Yes.
People who the most of the world would call normal. I don't like to use that. It just doesn't fit well with me anymore once I learned what that meant, because we're all normal. Mm-hmm. It's just, what is our normal?
Right.
And their normal is their autism or Asperger's or, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever degree the autism could be, So, and it was amazing to see these people talk about their love and what they think love is. And
yes. And it was funny too. Let's be honest. It was some of it was funny, and it was just magical. Like, it made me feel so good inside, and it made me feel normal for the feelings that I feel, even as a neurotypical individual looking for love.
Yeah.
Yes. And I could relate to like almost everything that they were saying.
Yeah.
To be honest, and that was what really stood out for us. Like, it really connects with, everyone's cycle and everyone's journey to love. It was we definitely recommend. It was a beautiful show.
It was.
Yeah.
And for me, it resonated with me. Like, it was certain points every time they say something, I was like,
Yeah, sha-na-na-na.
Yes, it just hit me down in my sha-na-na-na. Like, for real, like, it really made me understand, like, dang, like, love transcends so many boundaries and languages and ethnicities and nationalities and culture. It's amazing, and everybody deserves love. And trust me when I tell you, these folks was finding them some love.
They absolutely were. Sorry. They absolutely were, okay?
They were. And it's like, okay, so they can find them some love. And they was determined.
They were. That's the part that I loved. They were so determined.
They were not giving up. And these men, when I tell you some of these men were gentlemen, some of these men learned very well how to treat a woman. And they were treating them very well. Mm-hmm. And it's like, Lord, well,
I even made the comment. I was like, well, maybe I need to widen my variety a little bit more.
It can make you feel like that, but your heart loves what it loves.
Yeah,
you're attracted to whoever you're attracted to. Mm-hmm. So I mean, yeah, but I can get no deeper into that because I can go deeper into that. But these people on that show were amazing.
Absolutely, all of them.
Yes, and some of them were socially awkward, which kind of made us, chuckle.
Of course.
They're so cute. They're so cute. Yes, but yes, like we encourage you all to watch it. But we're gonna get into some points.
Yes, and also to note, like Erica was saying, this is the UK version. Just because we encourage you guys to watch this too, and to share your points with us, what you took from the show, or any comments you want to share with us as well. But yeah, just to dive into some of the points. One of the first things that was said, one of the cast members said was, when someone truly loves you, it gives you confidence or helps your confidence. And so I feel like when you really love someone and you find that connection with them, it absolutely makes you feel beautiful, and you kind of encourage each other and build each other's confidence. Love really does that. It's like transforming, and it makes you feel so confident and beautiful. And yeah, it really does. It is a confidence boost. Even when someone just shows you love, it may not even be romantically, just to get into it. Yes, we're talking about relationships and romantic love, but even outside of a romantic love, when someone displays love, it feels really good, and it makes you feel confident in your relationship with that person and within yourself. It's like, ooh. Mm-hmm. Or when someone shows you love in a platonic way by just flirting with you, it makes you feel confident. It feels good.
Yeah, I actually do find personally that when someone shows you love, it absolutely just makes everything about you just change and to transform. Like, it makes you glow. It makes you just feel like, yes,
love does that.
Somebody just, it just boosts your confidence. It for some people, I guess some folks may feel a little threatened by that, but it's like, why when you're in love? Like, why? Like, love is such a beautiful thing when it's done correctly.
Yes, healthy love.
Healthy love. Mm-hmm. And so, I love that point. But Tasha just hit on a lot of points. I just wanted to elaborate a little bit. That was it.
And I like how I think it also kind of serves as a buffer. If you're not feeling confident, if the love is not making you feel confident, it's time to really examine that love or that romantic, relationship that you have with someone, because it absolutely should make you feel confident in yourself and not the opposite in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Totally.
And so the second one, I busted out laughing when I saw this, because it was just funny how in the show they reacted to the question that the producer may have been asking them, and it was about intimacy.
But before you go into that, this was a couple. They were already a couple, okay? Yes. And they were they had been together for a little while already, and they were both on the spectrum, both of them. Because some people in the show, they were dating people who were neurotypical. The people who were on the spectrum were dating people on that were neurotypical, which is what, like I said in the beginning, what we call normal. And it was amazing to see that as well. But this particular couple were talking, they were asked a question by the producer. What was the question?
Have they had sex? That was the question.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the question.
The way they answered, I'm laughing because the way they answered the question was hilarious. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so it says intimacy is easy when you're with someone you're connected with and love. And that's basically what they were saying. They were like, duh, like, and the guy was like, it's easy. Like,
duh.
That's the easy part. And that's absolutely true. When you're attracted to that person, when you love that person, even if you're not, sometimes attraction grows. And so, even if you're not like automatically, they're not like this fine as wine, you know, when you really love them and you love their soul, intimacy is so easy. You know what I mean? It's easy to kind of just want to be sexual and want to enjoy, even if you're not being sexual, just be intimate with that person and share that sacredness and your body and your love with them in an intimate manner.
It is. And according to what they were saying, you know, on the show and how they were showing love, it was no different than people who are neurotypical. I'm going to keep using that word. But it just amazed me how they were just so free and liberal with how they expressed how they felt about each other. Especially when they have a lot of, I guess, like socially awkward or they have a lot of things about them that would make them very nervous or whatever. But they were just like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, yes, it's easy. And not just sex, but like the intimacy, because honestly, the definition of intimate or intimacy is close or closeness. To be close or closeness. And having intimacy is understanding things about a person. You can be intimate with a person that you are not in a romantic relationship with. You can be intimate with, you know, with somebody that you are, you know. Like Tasha and I have an intimate relationship, you know, that is not romantic because we're not partners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but there are things about each other that you do learn as you of course spend time, but even through difficulty you gain intimacy with a person because you get to see places in them that you wouldn't typically see unless you had to go through a certain situation with that person. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Intimacy.
Number 3, moving on. It says that, I guess, you know, now it's kind of moving into some of the points that talk about what a lack of love can make you feel like. In the show, the cast also talked about the difficulties of not finding love and the frustration and the angst that you may feel, the loneliness, and the just unfulfillment. And that leads to the next point, the next 2 points. It can make you feel like you lack a purpose. When you're on that journey to find love, it can make you, and you haven't achieved it, or you keep trying and you kind of aren't connecting with that person that makes you feel confident and makes intimacy easy. It can make you feel like, you know, man, like, it can make you feel not good, and like you lack a purpose. And it can really hurt. It can hurt, to be honest. It can make you, Jesus, sorry. It can make you feel, that threw me off. I'm sorry, y'all. It was a fresh wind blowing in the room, okay? Yeah. It can make you feel like when you've had love too. For my experience, just going to my experience when I was married, I felt like I had a very deep love with my ex-husband. And to have it and then for it to come falling down, it was one of the most extreme amounts of pain that I've ever felt in my life. And I had to rediscover who I was all over again. Yeah. I really had to find my own purpose because I felt like I didn't have one anymore. You know, I wasn't a wife. I wasn't a partner. I felt like I had lost my best friend. And so I really had to do a lot of soul searching. I'm thankful for that journey to find myself, and finding freedom. But yeah, it can really make you feel like, even though it's not the case, you're not purposeless, you know, it makes you feel that way. You know, it can make you feel really like unsatisfied and alone and just not a good feeling.
Yeah. I think for me also, I do understand. I can relate. I've never been married, but I can relate to my heart being broken multiple times. And as I was expressing to Tasha earlier about, for me in relationships, the communication for me is a big thing. It's a big, huge thing. And it seemed like, in certain relationships, communication was great in the beginning, and then as time went along, things like just kind of fell off. And not from my end, because I was, still, doing what, I was supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to do. And then, I saw like other people just kind of like and I was like, well, is something wrong with me? Like it can cause your mind to go into these places where they probably really shouldn't go. And it's important to understand, your own purpose before entering into a relationship as well. And yes, it can also alter how you feel about yourself, because it hurts. Let's just be real. It hurts really badly when someone is showing you some type of love or whatever in the beginning or whatever. I don't know if we call it love bombing sometimes or just whatever, and then boom, things just start to go bad. So it can make you feel like you're just lacking purpose. Like dang, I thought I was good enough. It can make you think like, dang, am I good enough for this? Like, did I do something wrong? Am I just the worst person ever? Like, am I ugly? Like, am I too fat? Am I too skinny? Like, whatever the thoughts that come through your mind, they come through your mind. And it takes exposing those thoughts to people, too. Certain people in safe environments, like Tasha and I've exposed a lot of those thoughts to her about how I felt in these relationships. Even tonight, when I had a concern about something, and she was like, be calm. It's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even though I knew deep down inside some things are going to be okay, still, I needed that reassurance or that encouragement. And that's important, to have people in your corner. Because when you do, or if you do go through something like that and feel like you're lacking a purpose, have someone there to talk to. And they'll help rebuild that in you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point I wanted to make.
Yeah, and so moving to the next point, just piggybacking off of that one, it can make you feel unfulfilled. It can be unfulfilling when, you don't have that love. A lot of the individuals, while some were in relationships and have dated, some have never dated until this show.
Yeah. And
so they felt like there was something more. They were feeling, they expressed feeling kind of like unfulfilled, and like they just wanted that person. They wanted that person to share their lives with. They wanted that connection. That was the biggest thing. And, they felt like it was like an urgent thing for them. You know what I mean? And they were very open and vulnerable about it. I think a lot of times we all feel that pressure and we all feel that unfulfillment, that feeling, but we don't really express it. This society, this culture tells us to be strong and, oh, hot girl summer, and, oh, like, I miss independent. And
Hoochie daddy, short summer.
And it tells you to just be happy being alone, when the truth is, like, and the church does too. I love God, I love church to a certain extent, but a lot of the laws and the rules and the, not looking, at the person, and what really is going on, their soul, their heart, the deeper things it really turns me off. But that's another episode.
And it goes neglected.
Yes, it goes neglected. And so, like I said, this culture teaches us, to just be happy being by yourself and da-da-da-da, when in reality, we were created to love. We were created in love. And it's natural for us to want to share that that love with someone else and to receive it back. It's just our nature. Yeah. It's our nature, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting it. There's nothing wrong with feeling unfulfilled because you don't have it either. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to say that, because if I can be transparent, I felt so guilty for even wanting to be loved. This one has definitely encouraged me, and still does, to tell me it's okay to want to be loved. It's okay to have those emotions and those feelings. Like, you're not supposed to be alone. You're supposed to Be like, even the Bible says it. Come on, y'all. Like, even the Bible says that we're not meant to be alone. We're not supposed to be alone. And it's like, but why is the opposite taught so much?
Right.
Because there's no real revelation. They only taught what they were taught.
Now we taught what they were taught.
They were taught what they were taught. And so it's like now we're trying to teach or undo or unearth the things that we were taught that were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, people will say, oh, you coming against certain rules, and oh, you not of God, and oh. I can get into that too, but I'm not going to get into that tonight. I'm telling you, like, just for that simple topic alone about feeling unfulfilled, I'm telling you, I know how it feels often. You understand what I mean? And it's like, that's just me being transparent. But I also am being reaffirmed. I reaffirm myself, you know what I'm saying? And I also am reaffirmed by a person that, you know, I have confidence in, and that has confidence in me, because we know each other. And a lot of times when you're standing on the outside looking in to a situation, a lot of times you can see things from a broader spectrum or broader view than the person that's actually in the situation. They're like, oh man, this don't feel fulfilled, this don't feel right. And the person be like, you fine. And I'm going to build you up because you deserve it. And you are worthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to feel alone.
Yeah, and it might even be like, I understand that you feel unfulfilled. Sometimes I do too.
Mm-hmm.
And they can relate to you, and that's important too. Like I said, again, just going back to it, it's so important to know that it's okay to not always be okay, and to have those feelings. It's natural, you know. And when we put up this defense in this front, like it's okay to be alone, and like we're not sad about it, and like we don't desire that. We do. Let's be honest, you know, let's be real and say, yeah, I want love. I do. I know I want love.
I want it too.
I want unconditional love.
Yes.
A good love, you know, so.
Good love.
And I want to give it too.
Okay.
I want to give it as well. And so, you know, it's okay. We know you want love.
Yes. I want to give it. And it's so crazy. Like, you should keep hitting these good little points. I want to give it. It feels so good to get it, but it's like, man, I want to give it. It feels so good to just want to give to somebody that you, and it can make you feel unfulfilled when you just sitting there, it's dormant. You can't do anything with it, and all this stuff is bottled up on the inside of you. You can't do nothing with it. That's not fair. It's not fair. But yes.
And moving on, I love how it just flows. The next point was, it's our destiny to find love, okay? I was just talking about this, about how, you know, we were created to love. It's literally our destiny to love. Like I said, when we act like we don't want it or are good without it, we're lying.
You know what?
You know what?
I'm sorry. Something just hit me. You know, when we act like that, I think it's an energy that we put out there. When we act like, or, you know, and a lot of times we're acting like that out of defense.
Yeah.
And I think that it's an energy that is being displayed to say to the universe, to say to everything around us, because it's nothing but energy around us as well. Well, she don't really want it. He don't really want it. You know? And so I'm not going to bring it. I mean, it just kind of hit me. So I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
But it just,
yeah, it's definitely our destiny to love, and I think that right, it's like, I think that, you know, I forgot my point.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. For real, I think you were saying that it is our destiny to love, and you were saying that we're meant to love, like we were created. Right.
Yeah, we were created to love, and
in love.
Yeah, and it just goes, you know, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is like, it to me, it stuck out even more that, you know, people that are on the spectrum, whether it was like I said, more severe or mild, it doesn't matter. Like, they want love too. We were created regardless of race, regardless of, you know, our functioning, regardless of our whatever is going on with us, to love. It is literally built inside of us. It is literally our destiny, and it's a destiny.
God is love. And it's like, this is a revelation I received from God. I think it was about a week or so ago. But God was just showing me, like, you know, if you love, it's me. It's me. Because literally I am love. Like I am, like he is, that's what he's showing me. Like I am love. Like it is me that is allowing you to love somebody in an unconditional manner. That's who I am. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the way that we love somebody, regardless of what they do, that's God. Because he loves us the same way. And we a mess. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's the same thing that we do for other people. Like, it's, I mean, if I can be transparent, like, me and Tasha just had a little situation. What was it? Today? This morning?
No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday. Right? But what does love do in a situation? When somebody offends someone, let's just say that, right? There was an offense that happened, right? But guess what? Feelings might have been hurt, but love does what? It discuss. Love does, even the Bible says love keeps no record of wrong. Love is
it's patient,
it's kind. Patient, it's kind, it's long suffering. Mm-hmm. It don't lie when it say that. Okay? And it's like when you love somebody, you're gonna work at it. And you're going to make sure that you're going to talk about things that are very uncomfortable.
Right.
And things that hurt and things that just hit that little nerve up in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth it because the results are just so rewarding. So amazing. And it's like, I love that. I love that in our relationship. So imagine how that could be in a romantic relationship with somebody who's willing to do the same thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
Imagine them matching that.
It's beautiful. You know, it really is. When you really find that love and you are connected with that person and you immerse your life in theirs, it is like, I can't even describe it, honestly. It feels amazing. It feels fulfilling. It feels like nothing can stop you. It feels secure. Yes. It feels secure. It feels good. It feels like, okay, I got what I've been looking for.
Wow.
Yeah, it feels healthy. It feels like it just feels like air too. That's just something that came to mind. It feels like I can breathe. You know, you're not holding your breath trying to find that person. You're not holding your breath trying to date. You're not holding your breath trying to figure out what this person's intentions are. You know, it feels like you can breathe. It feels like good for you. It makes your soul feel good. Wow. And it feels very fulfilling. It does. It feels like a good drink of water on a hot summer day.
Wow. Cold water.
Yeah, cold water. Okay, it feels good. And I wouldn't trade anything in the world for that feeling.
Wow.
You know, and I'm speaking specifically about romantic love. I also can say I feel similarly with the love I get and give to my daughter. It's very close. It's very close, but it is different. You know, there's definitely a difference, and I think that when we try to replace the two or put them in the same compartment, it's not the same. It really isn't. But it still is very fulfilling as well. But that romantic love, baby,
nothing that can touch it.
It will change your whole life. Ugh, it will change your life. Yeah, and so again, just get into that. It really is a part of our destiny.
Yeah, I definitely believe that, and I am very, very, very excited about my future to experience that. Yes. I speak that.
I can't.
Yes, so I just can't wait, but I love to talk about things like this, because it makes me feel like hopeful and like, one day I'll get that.
Yes, and I think this is a great time to shift to the next point.
Yeah, but hold on, one more point. Because you be ready to shift, y'all.
Yes.
No, but one more point.
So you be ready to elaborate.
I do, but I like to elaborate a little bit. Anyway. But self-love is good, y'all. Like, yes, while we're waiting for that self-love is good. It's absolutely imperative.
Mm-hmm.
Because how will you know how to love somebody else if you don't really love yourself? And your identity will be in that person.
Yeah.
And if that person fails you or leaves, then what you gonna do?
This is true. I agree.
So I just had to make that point because it's very important. I know I love romantic love. I love it. Ooh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because I'm learning to love me first. That's why I'm excited, because otherwise I'd be like, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got it yet.
It be like that sometimes.
It be days. I'd be like, Tasha.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. And I think that is a part, I can definitely say I think that's one reason why they feel the emotions they do so strongly, because they have a hard time sorting through their emotions and really connecting with themselves and others socially. And I think so that they feel these extremes when they don't have that love. I think that's why it's so urgent to them. Those that aren't neurotypical and that are on the spectrum. I feel like that urgent need is there because it's hard for them to really connect emotionally and to really not connect emotionally. I don't want to say that, but it is, socially, there's impairments with autism, and
yes.
That goes within themselves as well. Being able to really identify their feelings, there's therapy and things like that can help, but it's not naturally occurring like it would be for a neurotypical individual. And I think, like I said, that's why that urgency is there, because that self-love is harder for them to connect with. It is. It's harder. And it's also harder because they're looked at as, not normal. That's how they're looked at, when in all actuality they're humans just like us that want love, that want acceptance, that have feelings, that get hurt.
Yep.
And
deeply.
Yeah, and so I think that self-love is really kind of it's not as easily obtained for them, and that's really important in finding that partner that you seek too.
I have a good support system.
Yeah.
Because, if you notice in the show, and once again, for those who just tuning in, we're talking about Love on the Spectrum. It's on Netflix. The UK version is really good. But for those who are, searching for that love, it's good for them to have a great support system. If you notice, their family was really gathered around them.
Yeah, that's a blessing. And
big time. And
for those that don't have that, it sucks because it's needed. It's really
even
needed.
Neurotypical people, it's the same. Like the people who are on the spectrum, it might seem like it's a little bit more heightened because of their emotional, But for us, who are neurotypical, some of us cannot express love either, or emotions either. It's hard. So, yeah. And I would like to speak to that one day. Why is it so difficult for us to express the way we feel? And then I think for some people who are on the spectrum, it's easier for them to say it because they don't have any filters. They don't have any inhibitors.
Absolutely.
And we saw that in the show.
Yes, and
yes.
And that is why, like I said, it's so important to expose those things. Like, I do want love, because with them, they're just like, no filter. I want love. I want love. I want it. Oh, I want to be in love. And that's how a lot of women talk. Oh, yeah. I just want to be in love. And even the feelings that sometimes some of us feel on our first dates, I'm in love. Like, don't act like it ain't happened. You ain't imagine that man as your husband on the first date. Like, come on. They would be like, I'm in love. Oh, they're so amazing. And then after a few days, they'd be like, oh, never mind.
And then they'll call them and be like, so
have those tough conversations.
Can we just be friends? And it's like, this is something neurotypical people, I do not see us typically doing with each other. We would ghost each other.
Yes, so unhealthy and toxic.
It is terrible.
Stop ghosting people, y'all. Stop. We are adults. Stop doing that. Dang.
Stop.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
It is not good.
It's
Communicate.
Not okay.
If you don't,
all you gotta do.
If you don't want the person, tell them you don't want to talk to them no more. Tell them why.
You don't even have to tell me why. Just say it wasn't a match. If I'm giving you my time,
but that's what I mean.
If I'm giving you my time and effort, please just say something. Don't ghost. That is just
that is horrible. And I noticed that about them. They do not do that.
No.
They communicate.
and even though it was uncomfortable, like they literally were like, oh, I don't want to make them upset, like, this was in an American version. This happened as well, and the guy started crying. He was really hysterical, the other guy. And so, it's not that it's easy to do, but it's the right thing to do.
It is.
Hold yourself accountable. Stop doing that. Stop playing with people's feelings. Yeah, it's not okay.
It hurts. And I'm telling you that we can learn a lot from people who are on the spectrum, like big time. Because,
we did.
Yeah, we definitely did, and learn how to communicate. Like I had a situation where I went out with the person. I talked to them, and I realized that some of our goals and things didn't match up, and so I just was like, well, excuse me, I gave it some time, and I was like, it's not gonna. I'm not interested. It's not gonna work. And his response was cool. That was it. You know what I'm saying? But I did communicate. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? And it's important to do that. It might hurt. You might think it might hurt the person worse, but it hurts worse when you just don't say anything. Please say something.
Right. Say something.
Yeah.
Say something. Mm. I'm giving up on you. Okay. Moving on. This goes to our last point. It says, don't force love, let it come to you. Yeah, you can't force love. Do not force it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, a lot of times we try to force love. We try to make situations happen that we know are not good for us.
Oh.
We go back to situations that are dead.
Oh.
We go back to situations where love is absent.
Ouch.
Or love is all kinds of toxic and all over the place and up and down and not steady and not healthy. But yeah, you should, allow it to come to you. Don't force it. Don't try to make it happen or change yourself to try to make love happen too. Just allow it to flow freely. And as you are loving yourself, you will exude that same energy out, like Erica was saying, self-love. You'll exude that same energy out, and baby, it'll come. And not just that, like I said, love isn't just about a romantic relationship. You can show love in so many different ways and receive love in so many different ways. When you are the essence of love, when you embody love, you really can reflect it back to yourself. And as we move through life, I think, as we move through life, I think it's important that we try our best. It's not always easy, but we try our best to show love, and to really embody love in every situation that we can. And you'll be surprised at what, is returned back to you, the love that you receive in return. Yeah.
You made a good point. She said it all.
But yeah, so it was just, like I said, a really good show, and it really taught us a lot about love, and it really confirmed a lot of things and just highlighted some things that we, feel and have experienced.
Yes,
and we really encourage you guys to watch it. It was a really good show.
Again, for those who just might be just tuning in, we're about to end the episode soon, but yes, we were talking about Love on the Spectrum UK. It is on Netflix. Love on the Spectrum UK. It is an amazing show. It may make you feel a little awkward at times watching it, but it's definitely worth it because, most of us do not experience this on a regular basis, seeing people who are on the spectrum. So right. Please, Love on the Spectrum. Check it out. YouTube. I'm sorry. Netflix. Yes, check us out on YouTube. Check them out on Netflix.
Yes, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Also, freely comment, DM us on Instagram or TikTok. Follow us and like our videos.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.